Thanks for watching this video brought to you by AN Immigration Services and Consulting. Please ensure that you watch this video at high resolution for best video quality, as we are going to walk through the application process and the eligibility criteria for applying for a subclass 189 skilled independent visa in the points-tested stream. The points-tested stream provides a permanent visa for skilled workers who want to work and live in Australia. The content in this video is for reference only. Please seek professional advice about the content in this video. Please like and share this video and subscribe to our channel. Although this video is just around 10 minutes long, many hours of work have been spent on depicting in full the complex legislative requirements for this visa in a format that visa applicants can follow and understand easily. Let us be part of your journey in Australia and support you throughout this journey. Let's start. The red lines in this flow chart are answers no to the question in a decision step. Please simply commence from the start at the very top, answer the questions in each decision step and follow the direction of the arrows. There are 2 steps in applying for this visa. The first step is to submit a valid visa application. If your application is not valid, your application will not be successful even if you satisfy all eligibility criteria. For any visa applications, always check whether there are any visa conditions, act-based or regulation-based restrictions that will stop you from applying for the visa. There may not be such restriction, or the restrictions may not apply to you. However, it is the awareness of any restrictions or waiver that is important. You can only submit an internet application using Form 1393. The visa application charge at the time of application is $4,640 Australian dollars as of the 12th of April 2024. You must nominate the points-tested stream only. You must have been invited by the department to apply for the 189 visa. To qualify for being invited, you need to complete an expression of interest through Skills Select, indicating your interest in applying for a 189 visa. Skills Select is an online service that enables skilled workers from overseas to express their interests in migrating to Australia. To submit an expression of interest, you need to include personal information, nominated or desired occupation, details on your work experience, education, your English language proficiency, a skills assessment for your nominated occupation, and etc. Skills Select then issues invitations to eligible applicants to apply for a visa based upon a ranking of the attributes of nominees, the pass mark and subject to ceilings on occupation numbers. Please note that the expression of interest is not a visa application. Once you have been invited, you need to apply within the invitation period, which is usually no more than 60 days from the date of the invitation. At the time of invitation, you must be under 45 years of age. You need to nominate a skilled occupation from the medium and long-term strategic skills list. We have provided a link at the end of this video to the legislative instruments showing all skilled occupations in the medium and long-term strategic skills list. Your nominated skilled occupation must be the one specified in the invitation letter. At the time of invitation, your skills have been assessed as suitable by a relevant assessing authority for your nominated skilled occupation. You need to make a declaration to that effect in your application. 485 temporary graduate visa skills assessments are not acceptable in relation to this visa. It is important to note that assessing authorities may set different standards for skills assessments for the same occupation. Temporary and permanent visa programs may have differing purposes, and the different standards of skills assessments reflect those purposes. For example, 485 visas are aimed at assisting a graduate to gain skilled work experience in Australia. 189 visas are aimed at an applicant who already has relevant skilled work experience in the relevant occupation. The standards for a skilled assessment for a provisional and permanent visa such as the 189 visa will therefore generally be at a higher level. You can apply for this visa in or outside Australia. If you apply in Australia, you need to hold a substantive visa, a bridging A, B or C visa. A substantive visa means a visa other than a bridging visa, a criminal justice visa or an enforcement visa. If you have submitted a valid application, the department will process your visa application, assessing whether you meet all eligibility criteria at the time of decision. The second step is to check whether you satisfy all eligibility criteria. There are various public interest criteria and special return criteria that you must satisfy, including the character and health requirements. Any accompanying family members included in your visa application also need to meet public interest criteria and special return criteria. Public interest criteria also apply to any non-accompanying family members. These criteria for the family members to satisfy are called one fails, all fail criteria. This means that if any accompanying or non-accompanying family members do not meet these public interest criteria and special return criteria, your application will be refused. You were invited to apply for the visa. At the time of invitation, your skills had been assessed as suitable by a relevant assessing authority for your nominated skilled occupation. If there is validity period for your skills assessment and the period does not end more than 3 years after the date of assessment, the period has not ended. If above requirements are not met, not more than 3 years had passed since the date of assessment. If your skills assessment was based on a qualification you obtained in Australia while holding a student visa, your qualification must come from studying a registered course. We have included a link to the Commonwealth Register of Institutions and Courses for overseas students where you can check whether your course is registered one. If you do not hold a passport issued by the United Kingdom, the Republic of Ireland, the United States of America, Canada or New Zealand, you need to have undertaken a specified English language test and achieved the required scores. One of the more well-known specified English language tests is IELTS. Information about other specified English tests and the required scores are provided in a link at the end of this video. Also, the test must have been conducted in the 3 years immediately before the date of invitation. Your assessed score under the General Points Test for General Skilled Migration Visas must not be less than 65 and the score stated in the invitation. If you are a current holder of a 491 Skilled Work Regional Provisional Visa or subclass 494 Skilled Employer-Sponsored Regional Provisional Visa, you must have held the visa for at least 3 years at the time of application. This requirement also applies if the last substantive visa held by you was either a subclass 491 or subclass 494 visa. Thanks for walking through the application process and the eligibility criteria with us. Please like and share this video and subscribe to our channel, so that we can provide more content to support you.